Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are pleased to welcome you into King Arena here on the campus of Wheaton College for tonight's Wheaton Thunder men's basketball matchup against the Carthage Redmen. Thanks for joining us here on WTSN. My name is Abram Erickson. I'm here alongside Dawn Crowder. And although it's the first day of classes for students back from Christmas break today on campus, this Thunder team has been busy over break. They had 3 games in that 3-week span where they did go 1-2. They've lost their last 2 games, looking to bounce back tonight against the Redmen. They won their first game in the annual Wheaton College Holiday Tournament back on December 30th, 77-67 against St. Mary's, but then they fell in the second game of that tournament to Hanover College, 76-65, and then lost a tight one to North Central here in that CCIW matchup, 74-71 in overtime. The Thunder currently sit at 9-4 overall, 3-1 in the CCIW. Carthage, on the other hand, 10-3 overall, 2-2 in the CCIW. So 2 teams here looking to make a run, currently sitting at 3rd and 6th in the CCIW respectively, but of course still early, a lot of good CCIW games to come. So we're going to send it down to the court now for the playing of our national anthem and the player introductions, but we'll be back in just a couple minutes here on WTSN.
Contest between the Redmen of Carthage College and your Wheaton College Thunder. At this time, we'd ask everyone to please rise for the playing of our national anthem. Here are the starting lineups for tonight's game. First for the Redmen of Carthage College. A 6'2" senior from Chicago, number 3, Krishan Cook. Number 11, a 6'5" freshman from Harwood Heights, Illinois, Philip Bulatovich. Number 21, a 6'4" senior from Downers Grove, Jordan Kedrowski. A 6'11" junior from Chicago, number 34, Sean Johnson. And a 6'11" senior from Park Ridge, Illinois, number 54, Brad Perry. The Redmen are coached by Bosco Jarakovic. Here are the starters for your Wheaton College Thunder. Number 2, a 6'6" junior from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, Cade Alioth. 5'11" sophomore from Highlands, Colorado, number 13, Tyson Cruikshank. Number 20, a 6'1" junior from Orlando, Florida, Niemie Adom. A 6'3" junior from Wheaton North High School, Luke Anthony. And number 25, a 6'8" senior from Chicago, Anajuan Spencer. Wheaton is coached by Mike Schauer, assisted by John Panner, Joel Smith, and Zach Quam. The officials for tonight's game, Rick O'Neill, Bobby Daw, and Nitin Rao.
And we are all set for tip-off. You got a chance to hear the starting lineups there for both teams. And Don, what jumps out at you right from the beginning is the two 6'11" players for the Carthage side, Sean Johnson and Brad Perry. A junior and a sophomore standing at 6'11". Johnson weighs in at 220, Perry at 280. So two big bodies the Thunder are going to have to deal with tonight. And Anajuan Spencer, tallest Thunder player on the court for the Thunder at 6'8". He's given up 3 inches as now Carthage looks to drop into a 2-3 zone pretty quickly here. Ball goes into Spencer in the short corner. He's guarded there by Perry, and George tips that one away. It's coming up court, and Adome able to handle that one. Cruikshank looked like he had possibly bumped heads there with George as he came in to make that steal, and he's down on the court. Currently, we'll have the training staff come out to look at him, and it looks like Colin Vegas will be the substitute to replace Cruikshank. Now, Vegas put in plenty of quality minutes this year and has been a starter for a good portion of the season. Luke Anthony, who the Thunder got back after his football season ended here for the Thunder, has now worked his way into the starting lineup. And he had replaced Vegas at least for the last 2 games. We'll see him bring up the ball now. Into the corner to Alioth. There's only 5 on the shot clock. Anthony pulls the 3 and buries it to open things up for the Thunder.
Yeah, and that whole time I was looking at Big 34 with those huge arms of his. That's going to be a tough shot to get over that 3-2 zone. Good look from Anthony, though. It's going to be key getting him going early on.
Cook gets it back up top. Now the drive. High off the glass, but no good for Carthage. Rebound Perry, who puts it up and in. And that's what the Thunder are going to have to make sure they control. Those offensive rebounds going to be key. Boxing out will be at a premium tonight. Anthony over to Adome. The Thunder look like they want to overload one side here as they bring now Alioth into the short corner with Anthony on the wing. Vegas skip pass back over to Adome. 10 on the shot clock. Alia spins out, get to Vegas. Adome works inside, kick out. Anthony bobbles it, 3 seconds. Another three-pointer, and another one is good. Luke Anthony 2 for 2 from behind the arc to begin this game. Kudrowski enters it into Perry, but Alioth going to be called on the foul there on the back of Perry. Looks like as they were jockeying for position down on the block.
Yeah, and Perry at 280, he's got 80 pounds on Alioth, at least based on the listings that were given. So Alioth has really got to fight for any advantage he can get down low. And Perry also has a couple of inches on Alioth as well. So that size you mentioned at the beginning of this game, it's going to be a huge factor. Johnson and Perry down low, of course, both 6'11", as you mentioned, for Carthage.
Yeah, and Alioth 6'6", 205. Spencer 6'8", 195. So, like you said, Don, giving up height and weight here as Johnson, which is the slimmer of the two, weighs in at 220. Perry, 280. Kudrowski into the corner, pump fake, gets inside, puts up a shot. That one will be good off the glass. It's now 6-4, the Thunder lead, cut into by 2. Adome once again brings it up into the corner. Anthony, a third try off the front of the rim. Perry the rebound over Alioth. Cook over now to Vladovic. He works his way inside and puts a floater up over Anthony. The Thunder, and that looks great on offense, although Anthony's been able to get 2 to go. They've been late in the shot clock, the second one especially, just trying to get it off from the top of the key. There, Cook able to disrupt the pass and knock it out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Thunder. Now Vegas has it on the wing. There's a pass down low. Nice feed from Spencer. Gets it to Alioth for 2.
And that's what you got to do. You just got to be patient, working through the zone. Carthage has a lot of length. You got to find the right look, and they did there.
Bulatovic kicks out. One more up top, and the three-pointer is off for Carthage. Vegas lets this one go, and that was Kudrowski, who has been active early here for this Carthage team. He's already taken now 3 shots. Leads the team in that category. He's 1 for 3. Anthony outside. Once again, inside the lane now to Alioth. Out a dome for a 3-point try. It's long. Vegas able to tip it, but it'll go out of bounds off of him. Carthage will take possession with 16:53 to go here in the first half. Cook will bring it up once again. Go to Bulatovic on the outside. He's got it now in the corner. Kudrowski cuts, kicks it up top. Johnson, pump fake at the top of the key, gets it off to Cook. Vegas hounding him up there, and now spins into the lane but runs into Johnson. Another handoff to Cook. 4 seconds. Deep 3-point try. Sticks in between the rim and the backboard, and Spencer able to handle it. Down to Alioth. He's double teamed. A dome goes down as he looked like he wanted to get the pass off to him, but now he'll be able to return it to Spencer at the top of the key. Anthony down low. Alioth goes up. Heard a little contact, but no call, and he misses the second effort. Kudrowski, the right hand gets inside, but a dome called for the foul. So you got a hand on the hip there.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with Kudrowski's ability to penetrate. 17.2 points per game on the season, leading Carthage. Is no wonder why. Very aggressive, and he'll have to be a leader today against this stout Wheaton defense.
Ball comes into Johnson, guarded by Spencer. Johnson kicks out. It's off the hands of Bulatovic, but Kudrowski will take it over just a couple feet in front of half court. Perry swings it over to Kudrowski again. Wants the pick and roll. Johnson, long 2-point try, and it's good. Johnson showing he can stretch the floor here. 8-8. As these teams trading point for point here early. Anthony over to a dome. Anthony comes through and settles in the corner. Spencer, short corner jumper, no good. Hawkins rebound. Gavin just checked in a minute ago. Now a defensive miscue allows Anthony the open shot. Hawkins the rebound, and he gets the follow-up to go. Gavin Hawkins is going to get his first bucket of the night. He'll be matched up against Perry here on the defensive end. Kudrowski underneath, blocked but fouled there, as it looked like Spencer got ball first and then maybe a little bit of the arm or the body. Kudrowski draws the foul.
And once again, it's just that first step. It's so quick. And right there on the mismatch, coming through underneath the basket, not much Spencer could have done.
Kudrowski good on the first. He's got a second on the way, and he's got a chance to tie things up for the Redmen. He does, 81% on the year, 2 for 2 tonight. Andrew Williams comes in for the Thunder. Anthony, 3-point try. Hard off the back of the rim. William tipped out to Vegas. Now Hawkins in the corner, another 3-pointer. And Hawkins puts that one through, as Coach Jurakovic not happy on the Red Men's sideline. You can hear him from across the gym as the offensive rebound for the Thunder turns into 3 more points, extending their lead.
Yeah, and right now Wheaton is just doing a terrific job with the high post man. Right now they're sending in Spencer kind of to fill in that role, and when he gets the ball, defenses have to step up because he's got such a lethal jumper from that range, and so the defense is collapsing. That's allowing Luke Anthony to be open. That's allowing Adome to be open on the outside. Right now the game plan is working for Wheaton, but so far it has been a pretty tight contest. Kudrowski really looking unstoppable in his drives to the basket.
And the Thunder 3 for 7 on the night from the three-point line. That's 42.9%, matching their season average at 42%. So if the Thunder can keep up the shooting going, that's going to be tough for Carthage to deal with in a 2-3 zone. Perry gets it up top with 14:20 to go, and now Cook, who's guarded by Williams. Perry wanting to get the feed into the post. He does. Hawkins on his back, steps up, a baby hook with the right hand. A good finish. Tyson Cruikshank has come to the scorer's table. Good to see him checking back into this game after he went out just 30 seconds into the contest. Hawkins underneath, blocked by Johnson and Perry, and the jump ball, as it's a held ball underneath, will go back to Carthage.
And once again, it was Spencer in the middle getting that ball, freeing everything up. Hawkins just a little bit unlucky to be caught from behind. Still positive play from the Thunder.
Cook hands off to Johnson, and Spencer will pick him up about 25 feet from the hoop. Kudrowski inside to Perry. Tries the same shot, gets the same result, as Thunder are going to have to deal with that and quickly. Carthage taking the lead, 14-13 with 13 and a half to go. Cruikshank, it's his first touch. Out to Uvegas. Uvegas into the corner. He'll get it back from Spencer, and now Cruikshank will rotate it the other way. Hawkins, another corner three. This one way long, but Spencer on the rebound. This time from the left hand, no good, and then the whistle blows. We'll see here what the referee has to say as he comes over to the scorer's table. It doesn't look like he's signaling for a foul. He'll have his partner come over and they will discuss. Clock stops at 13-13 with 20 seconds left on the shot clock.
And despite that height advantage that Carthage has, we've seen a couple of offensive rebounds now. That Williams rebound that led to the Hawkins corner three, and then right there, a couple of offensive rebounds. Currently leading Carthage 7-5 in that category. Of course, not a huge discrepancy this early on, but it is something to look at going forward, especially when you have Perry and Johnson down low. Carthage should be dominating every single board.
So it looks like play is going to resume with the Thunder keeping the ball on the baseline. They'll inbound now to Hawkins into the corner. Cruikshank, his first shot of the night is good. And Tyson Cruikshank is on the board. 16-14. He gives the Thunder their lead right back. You see some substitutions now for Carthage as number 14, Jacob Polglasi, comes in. Cook is waiting to dribble the shot clock down to 7. Kudrowski, three-point on the pull-up is short. Hawkins the rebound. Kudrowski there to trouble Cruikshank in the full court, but he's able to slip out and get it up to Adome, whose pass is wide left of Uvegas. That's a turnover for the Thunder. And it's their first of the night.
And I really liked how quickly Cruikshank was pushing that up the floor, facing this zone defense. You want to get that up quickly. You don't want the opposing team to settle into what they're going to do. So I really like that play, even though it didn't work out.
Johnson gets the handoff from Cook, and he seems pretty comfortable dribbling from the outside. We've seen him hit a long two earlier in the game. Perry's been playing the inside game while Johnson has been roaming across the court. He'll try a pull-up jumper now, and on the turnaround, it's no good. Rebound Alioth up to Cruikshank. Cruikshank will hand off to Adome, and now we see this zone extended up high as Kudrowski and Cook really challenging anyone with the ball up top. The Thunder have found some success on the skip pass. There's Adome, pull-up jumper from the free throw line. Cruikshank soaring in, puts it up, and then Alioth on the tip is no good. Perry the rebound, but Great second effort there by Cruikshank to keep that play alive. Kudrowski up to Johnson. Johnson waits up top, will come set the screen. Kudrowski barrels his way into the lane and gets it to go off the glass. We're tied at 16 with 11 minutes to go. Anthony, the pump fake, hit 2 early threes, but he's 0 for 3 from behind the arc since. Anthony splits 2 defenders, gets inside, hands off to Alioth, puts it up with the right hand and gets it to go. Looked like he was lost it underneath the hoop, but it was able to reach back up and put that one through between Perry and Johnson. Johnson once again out on the wing, into Perry, guarded by Hawkins. He turns around, puts up a hook, bounces twice off the rim, but Alioth brings it down. Bounce pass up ahead, blocked by Johnson on the Adome reverse. Now it's Carthage who wants to move fast. Kudrowski along the baseline, and Anthony tips this one. Looked like he had maybe let that one go by, but it just reached up enough on the pass. Got the tip of his finger on it. Referee makes the right call here in the corner. Cook, the inbound, he'll get it right back. Once again, dribbling the clock down. Now to 13, he pulls up a 3 of his own and puts that one through with ease as he extends over Cruikshank to bury the jumper. 19-18, Carthage leads. Anthony into Spencer. Anthony out to Adome. 3-point try, no good. Tipped out. We'll see. Looks like it comes down against the Thunder. Thomas Lipscomb will now check in. He's going to come in for Alioth, and Lipscomb is the tallest listed player on this Thunder team, listed at 6'9", 205. So it's Lipscomb and Spencer, the 2 big guys out on the floor. Now with Adome, Cruikshank, and Anthony, the guards. Pass inside to Balatovich, who gets that to go. Adome had trouble there. He fronted him and was able to drop it over the top. Adome working past Cook as Spencer sets the screen. Spencer playing in that high post role, now gets it underneath Anthony. Outside to Cruikshank, corner try, and it's off, too short. Rebound, Preston Lakita for Carthage. He's just entered. Polglasi will go over to Lakita. Spencer giving him trouble there, and he's finally able to give it up to Perry. There's 8 seconds left on the clock. Perry, screen on the left side of Cruikshank. Cook's going to pull a 3-pointer. That one's well off, and it will be a shot clock violation. Actually, we'll see a foul called right before the shot clock expired. We heard the buzzer, but it sounds like referee rules here that that foul is going to go against Lipscomb. It's costly as it'll give a full 20 seconds back to Carthage. Big block in the corner by Spencer as Lakita tried to get that one off, had no chance. Looked like Spencer almost blocked that one with his elbow. Inbounded to Balatovich. TJ Best comes in to play the point guard position for Carthage, subbing out Cook. Now there's 5 on the clock. Down to Lakita. Fadeaway jumper from the corner, no good. Cruikshank out in front. It's a 2-on-2. Gives it up to Lipscomb. Gets it right back. One more pass to Anthony on the wing. And no good from the 3-point line. Ball will stay with the Thunder underneath.
Yeah, once again, it's Adome coming in on that weak side rebound. And if you're Carthage, you can't let that happen. You can't spend a full 30 seconds defending well, preventing a good shot, and then give up that weak side rebound to a guard. You've got to make sure that all your men are covered, because right now Wheaton still dominating on the boards 14-11 against a team that is for sure a little bit taller.
Cruikshank will be the inbounder as he's got Spencer, Alioth, Adome, and Anthony on the court. Handoff to Cruikshank in the corner. Thunder are scoreless in the last 2:48. Cruikshank dances around Balatovich, gives it off, but then gets it back. Spencer from the corner buries the 16-footer. And that's Anajuan Spencer's first bucket of the game. Akita up top to Best, rotated over to Poglasi. Akita, deep three-point try off the back of the rim, hard. Long rebound out to Adome. The Thunder want to push. Gives up to Spencer. And now Cruikshank flashing to the top of the key. Anthony inside to Alioth. He'll get it out after he's double-teamed. High post on the free throw line. Feed inside and a foul called against Lakita. Alioth will head to the line for two.
No, Rogers, really great possession for the Thunder. Alioth getting the shot in the end, but you could argue that there were several times throughout that possession the Wheaton Thunder could have gotten a good shot off, but Alioth now high percentage down low, gets the foul. Good play.
Alioth gets the first free throw to go. Alioth's had a good string of games here. He's been playing well all season, and especially in these last three. He's been in double-digit points in the last three games and double-digit rebounds in two of the last three. He had 12 and 11 against St. Mary's, 12 and 4 against Hanover, and then a 15-13 game against North Central. So Alioth's been coming up big lately for the Thunder. Balatovich gets inside off the fake. Bobbled underneath until Alioth is able to control it, bring it out. Cruikshank will tell his team to slow down, and they will reset with Adome at the point. Vegas inside to Alioth. Good screen underneath by Spencer, allowed Alioth to get free and put the hook shot in. The Thunder back on top after trailing. A foul now called against Vegas as Vegas tried to fight through a screen that Johnson set on him. Carthage wants a substitute here. They'll get it just before the inbound, so it'll be Kudrowski who comes back in. Perry and Kudrowski tied, leading this team with 6 apiece. Lakita, another three-point try, and there's one. He gets it to go. Lakita 0 for 3 to begin. Finally gets a three-pointer to fall. It ties this game back up as Cruikshank goes out to Vegas. Alioth trying to find someone to get it to. He was double and then triple teamed. It goes out to Adome. Vegas fills in that wing position. Good fake by Spencer, and Alioth comes down with the rebound after the missed shot. Foul called against Carthage as Alioth strong with the rebound. Watch him almost get dragged down here, but hold on to the ball.
I mean, 4 different Carthage players. Alioth wins it above them all, and honestly very impressed with his performance tonight. Standing 6'6", you could argue he is one of the better, if not the best, post-interior players for the Thunder. He's had a couple of big shots down low, but really it's the rebounding that's impressed me the most today from Alioth, and that's something that, as you mentioned, we've seen all season long from him.
He leads the team with 5 already. Cruikshank, three-pointer is good. And Tyson Cruikshank gives the Thunder their lead right back. Things have been back and forth throughout this game. The Thunder mostly have been on top, but Carthage led for a minute or two just a while ago. It's now the Thunder back on top, 27-24. Kudrowski over to Balatovich. Goes to his left. Stopped at the baseline, and now Johnson kicks out to Best. Back to Johnson. He puts that layup in as there were calls of travel. Johnson didn't put the dribble down before he stepped through on the layup, but referee lets him have it there as it's now 27-26. Vegas out to Cruikshank, up to Alioth on the elbow. A dome, wide open three, and it's in. Looked like that one was about to bounce out, but it rattled through. So a dome now good on his first three-point try of the night. Johnson off the pick and roll, double teamed at the elbow. Perry, a pump fake. He'll kick it back out. Balatovich, good crossover, gets him inside the lane, puts it up, he's fouled, and the shot will not fall, so we'll head to the line for two.
Yeah, just a good changeup right there, trying to get it back onto his left hand. He's going to get smacked down. Good call from the referee, and just a continuation of this physical play from Carthage. Really have thrived down low, only 2 for 7 from the behind the arc.
First one well short for Balatovich. He's a 74% shooter on the year. Misses the first one here, but like you said, Don, two different scripts here for these two teams as the Thunder 43% from behind the three-point line. They've knocked down 6 triples as the second free throw is missed by Balatovich. On the other hand, only 2 for 7 from Carthage, but Carthage with the big advantage on points in the paint, 16-8. Vegas over to Hawkins, who's checked in. Cruikshank, a wide open three, and Cruikshank will get his second in a row. Great job by Hawkins to seal out the defender and allow Cruikshank the wide open three.
Well, when this Wheaton team gets hot, they get hot, and the best part about it is there's so many players that can contribute those types of shots. Cruikshank, a dome, you've got Hawkins, even Lipscomb, and Luke Anthony now. The football season's done, and it's really exciting to watch.
Missed shot on the other end for Carthage. Hawkins quickly gets it back to Cruikshank. Vegas from the corner. No good. Rebound Perry out to Kudrowski, and Carthage will push it up the floor. Crosses over, gets himself inside the paint. Johnson down low on the block, guarded by Alioth. Johnson puts it up. Great straight up defense from Alioth. Doesn't foul, forces the missed shot. Over to Anthony with 3.5 to go in this first half. Now Cruikshank gets the ball after it's rotated through Vegas. Alioth, little dribble and a floater, no good. Hawkins fighting for the rebound. Vegas, he was left wide open, hesitated for a second, and that left him short. Coach Schauer, you can hear him yell, swing the ball, as he wanted Vegas maybe to get one more pass to get it over to Cruikshank. Cook is checked back in the game for Carthage, and once again, he'll take over the point guard duties up top. Johnson hands it over to Perry. Perry rotates to Kudrowski. 7 on the clock. Kudrowski looks like he wants to hold. Drives inside the lane, puts it up, off the rim, no good. Battling with Hawkins for the rebound, and it's a foul called against Hawkins down on the floor. Kudrowski tenacious on the drive, but also on the second effort, able to secure the rebound. Fouled, and now we'll head to the line for 1-and-1. It's Hawkins' first foul, but he will be checked out. And Ajuan Spencer will come in to replace with 2:40. Kudrowski at the line for the second time tonight. Shooting 1-and-1. The first is good. Kudrowski, perfect 4 for 4 on the night. Brings Carthage within 5 as the Thunder have been on a nice run here following 2 Cruikshank three-pointers. Inside to Alioth on the elbow. Cruikshank, hesitation move, gets him inside. Pass is tipped, but it'll come back to the Thunder. Now Spencer out to Cruikshank. Anthony, deep 3, no good. Off the back of the rim. Rebound, Carthage. Balatovich will bring it up the floor. Hands off to Kudrowski. Kudrowski inside to Perry, guarded by Alioth. He faces up, now working off his right shoulder, loses the ball, and Vegas out a 3-on-1 against Kudrowski. Anthony goes up and puts the layup in, and the Thunder back up now by 7.
And that was Alioth down low poking it away, something that I was surprised by. He leads the team in steals with 14, so not only is he great down low, but just quick hands, active hands, and you saw that right there as he poked it away from Perry, led to nice 2 points.
Cook gets it to Kudrowski up top. Kudrowski, been the main ball handler for this team, pulls up a jumper, a high arcing rainbow that drops in from the free throw line. Kudrowski, with that, takes sole possession of the lead scoring for his team. He's got 10 on the night on 3 for 7 shooting. Cruikshank pump fake, gets Johnson. Now we'll go back out to you, Vegas. Anthony at the top of the key. The Thunder can let the clock go down to underneath a minute if they so choose. Alioth outside to you, Vegas. Inside now to Spencer. Great no-look pass to Alioth, who finishes on the layup.
And that's some pretty terrific composure down low. Alioth once again gets the pass, gets a good look away.
Now 45 seconds to go. 25-second differential between the shot and game clock. Johnson puts that one up, and it's an air ball on the layup. Cruikshank will look like he is going to push, but will pull it back. Now there's about 8 seconds between the shot and game clock. The Thunder look like they will hold. They won't be able to wait for a last shot, so we'll see what they draw up here. Carthage waiting back in the zone. It goes over to you, Vegas. Now into the corner for Spencer. 10 seconds left on the clock. A dribble handoff to Cruikshank. Pulls up the three. Off the rim. Batted high into the air, and it'll be out of bounds off of the Thunder with 9.9 seconds left. Carthage will take over. They can hold here for the last shot. It looks like Coach Jurakovic is motioning that that's what he would like them to do. We'll see if the Thunder will try to come up, and whether they'll try to make a steal here as they look to extend up past half court on defense, or whether or not they will dig their heels in and try to fend off this last shot by Carthage. Looks like they will, as Cook now brings it up. Perry there waiting for a screen. Cruikshank gets his hand on the ball. Cook gets all the way inside, misses the layup, and the clock will run out as the Thunder, holding on defense for the last 10 seconds, allows them to head into half with a 37-30 lead. Cade Alioth leading the Thunder with 10 points and 5 rebounds so far on the night. Over on the other side, Kudrowski has 10 points for Carthage. Perry's got 6 points and 6 rebounds for them. So Don, as we talked in the beginning, the size of Carthage is going to play a factor, and it certainly has, as they lead the Thunder in points in the paint by a pretty drastic margin. But it's the outside shooting of the Thunder, which is now 7 three-pointers that they've hit on the night, that has allowed them to take and hold this lead. But Don, I've been really impressed by the way these Thunder big men have stacked up against the larger Carthage players.
Well, absolutely. Just a stat that I've been looking at: 13 second chance points as opposed to 4 for Carthage. So everyone's contributing, leading 22-17 in rebounds as well. So that size that we mentioned earlier, not really playing the role that we may have thought originally. But as I said, there are 2 different scripts to this game. Carthage being a little bit more down low, a little bit more big. Wheaton excelling from outside the arc, excelling with their shooting, but still a 7-point game, and anything can happen.
We will head into halftime here as both of these teams fighting for a key CCIW victory. The Thunder would move to 4-1. Carthage looking to go to 3-2. So we'll take a couple minutes here on the break, and then we'll be back on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in a couple minutes. Thank you.
Be inspired as you seek to make a difference in the lives of children as an elementary, middle, or high school teacher.
Be challenged by a strong academic program that prepares you for the leadership skills needed to lead a classroom.
Be equipped with the strategies and tools from experienced professors in a program that boasts a 100% passing rate for all licensure exams.
Be inspired to lead others to the Christian faith as professional English language teachers serving across the globe.
Be challenged as you dive deep into learning about other cultures while understanding how to create the bridge between English and the native language of your students.
Be equipped as you gain valuable skills and lessons from leading researchers and teachers in the field who have decades of experience and whose work spans 6 continents.
Be inspired by diving deep into the study of the Bible and understanding the theology behind our faith.
Be challenged with advanced study of biblical and theological knowledge.
Be equipped to expand your knowledge, build your academic skills, develop critical reflection, and serve for Christ in His kingdom.
Be inspired as you grow in your ministry and collaborate with other leaders like you.
Be challenged, stretch your thinking, and deepen your understanding of your mission.
Be equipped to raise your level of leadership as you raise up faithful followers of Christ.
Be inspired to serve a world filled with justice and suffering.
Be challenged with a rigorous academic program that trains you to analyze psychological theory and research from a faith-based worldview and apply it to serve the needs of individuals and families in need of healing.
Be equipped to integrate your Christian faith and practice with the best of contemporary scholarship and professional standards in the disciplines of clinical psychology, counseling, and marriage and family therapy.
One word I'd use to describe my Wheaton experience is purposeful. And I say purposeful because through people and experiences here, the Lord has been teaching me to reorient my desires and aspirations for work in His kingdom.
Flourishing. I chose the word flourishing because of the specific leadership and mentorship opportunities I've experienced at Wheaton and how they've allowed me not only to grow here, but given me the confidence to navigate life after Wheaton.
Winning. I chose the word winning because I feel like all my friends and professors have encouraged me to have a winning mindset.
Full. I chose the word full because my Wheaton College experience has been full of mentorship and friendship here, and I've been left with intergenerational friendship that I'm going to take with me for the rest of my life.
Transformative. The reason why I chose the word transformative is because of all the ways I've been influenced by my professors, my peers, and my friends at my time at Wheaton.
Rooted. The reason I chose the word rooted is because I am leaving Wheaton grounded in both my faith and calling.
Unexpected. The reason I chose this word is because I expected to be challenged by Wheaton's academics, but I wasn't expecting how I would be challenged and grown through Wheaton's athletics, student life, and student engagement.
Deep. I chose the word deep because of the deep relationships I've been able to build with friends and all the people I've been able to meet at Wheaton.
Holistic. I chose that word because Wheaton has taken my education and my vision for my life and it's expanded it and shaped it physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually in every way.
Journey. The reason why I chose Journey is because of the many highs and lows that I've experienced here at Wheaton. These highs and lows are a taste of what life after Wheaton is going to be like. And this is why I love Wheaton.
And we're back here inside King Arena for the second half of this CCIW matchup between the Wheaton Thunder and the Carthage Redmen as Wheaton comes out with the ball as they're scrambling here. Now able to tip it out is Balatovich, who knocked it away from Spencer. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. The Thunder come into the second half with a 7-point lead, as we talked about. They were able to overcome that height advantage, at least here for the first half, as Anthony leads off the second half in the same way he led off the first. Anthony scored the first 6 points of the Thunder, of the game tonight for the Thunder, as he knocked down back-to-back three-pointers. He hits another three here to open up this half, but right away, Brad Perry able to answer on the other end with a two of his own.
And that's the fourth time he's done that in this game, starting the half off that way. Looks like we'll have a continuation of the game script from last half.
And there it is, a corner three-pointer from Tyson Cruikshank. Another repeat. We saw that down on the other end happen twice in a row. Now Cruikshank hot coming into this second half as well. The Thunder now lead by 9. It's 43-32. We want to thank you now, while we've got the time, for sticking with us on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. Once again, Abram Erickson here alongside Don Crowder for half number 2 of this matchup. We talked a little bit about the CCIW implications of this game earlier, but just to note that As we said, Wheaton sitting at third place in the conference. They're 3-1. Carthage down a little further in sixth place at 2-2, although it's Augustana Illinois Wesleyan tied at 3-2 that separate the Thunder and the Redmen. Now driving inside, Balatovich can't get the layup to go, but Perry, a rebound over top of Alioth. He's able to get the follow through, and there's his 10th point of the night. Adome. Now over to Spencer. Spencer on the wing will get it back to him. Cook comes out of Adome, but Adome works his way past and gets a jump shot to go. And now it's an 11-point lead for the Thunder.
And that zone defense, it's just a little bit more active in this half, but it hasn't meant anything because we've seen 3 for 3 from the Thunder to open up this half, and that's got to be big for confidence.
Kudrowski outside to Johnson. Johnson tries a 17-footer, no good. Alioth on the rebound. Cruikshank wants to push it up ahead. He has Adome on his right, gets a screen now from Alioth, decides not to use it, puts up the floater. It's just short. Almost grabs his own rebound, but Cook able to come down with it. Cook now waiting, gets it over to Balatovich. Johnson inside to Perry. Alioth has nothing he can do there as Perry just using the leverage. 75 pounds advantage over Alioth to push him away and get the two-pointer. So Perry now has equaled his total from the first half of 6 points. Here in the second, he's got 12 and now leads his team. Adome gets past Balatovich with the floater, and once again will keep the Thunder lead at 11.
And Adome, who struggled a little bit in that first half, he's already got 4 points in this second half. Looking a little bit more active out there.
Adome has led the team throughout the year in scoring, but right now he's fourth as it's Cruikshank, then Anthony, then Alioth who lead in front of him. Balatovich spins into the lane and gets it to go. Now a timeout called on the other side by head coach Bosko Jurakovic for Carthage with 16 minutes and 57 seconds. To continue our conversation from just a couple minutes ago, North Central is the team that currently leads the CCIW. They're sitting at 5-1 over their last 6 games in the conference. Elmhurst is 4-1, and Wheaton sits at third at 3-1. Now, Wheaton lost in that game to North Central, as we mentioned before, that overtime thriller at North Central. 74-71 the final, as the Thunder took the lead early in the second half, never relinquished it until North Central able to tie it up at the very end of the second half, send it into overtime, and then win it in the extra period. So the Thunder taking a tough loss there. Now Carthage is the team that has handed North Central their only loss of the season. So these two teams coming off of North Central games recently. Carthage going up top against North Central, but they're still 2-2 as they've lost to Augustana and Illinois Wesleyan in the conference. Alioth on the wing, over now to Spencer. Anthony's hit as he shoots, and he'll be at the line for 3 shots.
Well, we saw him practicing that shot in the warm-up for the second half. He knew that moment was going to come, and now Carthage in the man defense, things are a little bit more hectic. Really great release there. Good job getting it away early. Well-earned foul.
Anthony heading to the line. It's interesting to note that this has been a pretty clean game so far in terms of fouls. Only 10 free throws between the two teams. That will be, excuse me, that's the 9th right there as Anthony puts it in. He'll drop the second one, and so now the Thunder 4 for 4. Carthage is 4 for 6. Anthony gets a shot at the third here. A chance to give his team 50 points, and he will do it. It's now 50-38. Wheaton with their largest lead of the night at 12. Good hedge on the screen there by Spencer. Balatovich will try the three-pointer, and it's good. He puts it right over top of Spencer and knocks it down. He's up to 9 points on the night. He'll be the third into double digits for Carthage. Anthony off the screen, step back, wanted to shoot, got up on one leg, gets it over to Adome. Another floater, that one no good. Perry falls down. Adome will almost grab the rebound over top of him, but instead Cook gets it up to Best. Now Bulatovic drives along the baseline into the corner to Best. Kudrowski, three-point try, off the side of the rim, Alioth the rebound. Cruikshank brings it up the floor for the Thunder. Works to his left hand, has to spin back to his right as Best is really giving the work there. Alioth in the corner. Spencer, three-point try. Looked like a good release, but couldn't get it to go. Kudrowski now will pull it out as it was a quick 3 possessions for these two teams. Crossover to his right hand, gets him past Adome. Scoop layup, no good. Rebound over the back by Bulatovic. It'll be called for the foul as he reaches over top of Anthony. The Thunder just now crossing 50 points in this game. Carthage sits at 41, and the Thunder have done a good job of holding this high-scoring Carthage team to a low number as they're averaging 86.9 points per game this season. Without an incredible second half, they won't come close to that one tonight as they're sitting at 41 with only 15 minutes to go. Great screen up top, great move by Adome, but he can't get the layup to go. Hawkins set a nice screen on Cook that let Adome spring free, but he couldn't finish the layup. Hawkins just checked in. He's got 6 points on the night. Best against Cruikshank. Gets it back over to Kudrowski with 10. Great double crossover inside, blocked by Vegas. It'll stay with Carthage, but it looked like Kudrowski had shaken Vegas free, but Colin comes up with a great block underneath.
I mean, that's just a highlight reel block. I don't even know if he jumped at all. He just reached his hand out, and that's all strength, just to rip it from his hands. And a good defensive recovery from Vegas.
Johnson guarded by Hawkins. Johnson works to the baseline, and he steps out. Hawkins able to force him out without fouling. Great defense here from the big man.
Yeah, right now with Perry out, getting a much-deserved rest on the bench, now is when the Thunder need to make moves down low. And obviously Hawkins, a player that's very big, very tall.
Once again, it's Best who picked Cruikshank up full court. It looks like they'll extend all the way 94 feet. Adome inside. Layup doesn't go, but he's heading to the charity stripe as a great curl cut there from Namier Adome.
Yeah, now that we're in man, or at least Carthage is in man, now we're going to see Adome with a lot more of those slashes. He really couldn't do much in the zone except kind of operate off the ball, try and work through, but right now he's in his element. He's going to be a little bit more aggressive, and we've already seen that last couple of possessions getting good looks.
Adome knocks down the first, pushing the lead back up to 10. The second one rims out. Hawkins got a tip, but couldn't corral the rebound. Cook will bring it up with 14 to go. Johnson over to Bulatovic. Three-point try, high off the rim. Adome with the rebound. Adome pushing up the floor now. Gets it over to Spencer. Jab step, almost gets him past Bulatovic, but he decides to hang back. Cruikshank. Now Best goes down, almost stripped the ball away, but it goes back to the Thunder. Adome up top, working past Johnson. Finishes with the right hand on the left side. A great scoop to get it past the outstretched arm of Johnson.
And you talk about that outstretched arm. I mean, that thing just continued forever. What a great move, switching onto that right hand. Smart play.
There's a great job by Hawkins to step into the passing lane. He doesn't allow Johnson to catch it easily down on the block. Carthage will retain possession, but the Thunder looking good on defense. Bulatovic will hand off to Kudrowski. Once again, crosses over, gets past Vegas. This time he's able to finish on the left side. Vegas now will bring it up with Kudrowski guarding him on defense. Kudrowski and Perry both tied for the lead for their teams with 12 points apiece. Luke Anthony leads the Thunder with 14. Hawkins picks up his dribble on the wing. He's being hounded by Johnson. Vegas splits two defenders, kicks it out to Anthony. Wide open three-pointer, and he gets his three-pointer to go. Luke Anthony's fourth of the night. He's now 4 for 9. He hit his first two of the game and then missed 3 in a row, but he's able to hit 2 more now. And he's 4 for 9. Answered on the other end by Kudrowski. This Carthage team not willing to let the Thunder get much more past this 10-point lead, which they've amassed here at the start of this second half. Best pokes it away from Cruikshank, but Vegas right there to pick it up. Out to Cruikshank again, who dribbles inside with the left hand, puts up a floater and a foul. It'll be called on the floor by the referee. Will not be a shooting foul, although that's what Cruikshank would like.
Yeah, Wheaton a little stuck in possession right there. Couldn't get anything going. Good play from Cruikshank, just trying to get physical. He's going to reset this clock back to 20 seconds. It's going to get a little bit of breathing room here, and now they're going to try and set up something nice.
Adome tried to dribble to the baseline. Now ball gets tangled up around his feet. He's able to reach down and grab it. Has to hand off to Spencer. Vegas gets it on the baseline into Alioth. Pump fake up, little spin, blocked by Johnson. And now a foul. I believe that'll be on Alioth as he fought with Johnson for the rebound.
Yeah, just a loose ball foul there. Johnson really looking calm with that block. All 6'11" of them, just an anchor down low.
Cook over to Bulatovic up top. Works his way to the elbow with Spencer on his back. Spencer taps it away. He's forced to give it up to Kudrowski. Crossover. Step back 2 is good. Wow, that's just a pretty move. Double crossover into the step back. Hits the 19-footer.
Yeah, Vegas is a terrific defender, but not much you can do about that.
Into Alioth. Fakes the spin. Kudrowski comes from the other side. Gets it, and he's wide open on the break. He'll have an easy layup to go. And Kudrowski seemingly willing this team back into the game on his own. It's 56-50. Carthage within 6. Hand off to Adome. Adome up top, Spencer. Pump fakes, hands off to Anthony. Anthony will go back to him, and now over to Adome once more. 8 on the shot clock. Adome works past Johnson. He's blocked underneath. 5 seconds left. Anthony gets the rebound. Has to put up the shot. And it's an air ball as he tried to draw some contact there on the three-pointer. He's not able to, and the ball will go back to the Redmen.
And you can just feel the momentum shifting for Carthage as Kudrowski, as you said, single-handedly willing his team back into the game. It's a 6-point lead for Wheaton now.
Ten and a half minutes to go in this game. Kudrowski with it up top. Over to Cook. Cook inside to Johnson. Johnson turns and shoots. Cruikshank the easy rebound. Cruikshank trying to get past Best. He's really given Tyson a hard time in the second half when they switched back into man defense. Anthony gets it underneath, and Cook there fouls him on the cut. It's probably a good foul there by Cook, as if Anthony turns, he's got a wide open layup. No one on the help side. The Thunder will inbound from the baseline. Don't really get any type of play going there, as looks like a little confusion now between Cruikshank and Anthony. The Thunder are lucky they got that one in, although Cook tips it out. Brad Perry's going to check back in the game now, replacing Johnson, and Perry's been off the court for the last couple minutes, and it's been a noticeable change without him down low. Adome off the screen, pulls up the 2, no good. Perry on the rebound, quickly called back into action as soon as he comes back on the court. Kudrowski once again at the helm. He's got 19 on the night, leads all scorers. Outside to Best. Up to Perry, guarded by Alioth. Outside, Bulatovic. Perry taking up a lot of real estate there inside the paint, is able to get the feed and put it in.
Yeah, he subs on and quick work. A rebound on one end, 2 points on the other.
And Carthage now within only 4, as it's taken a while for them to claw back into this one, but it's a 9-0 run over the last 3 minutes and 22 seconds. The Thunder scoreless for almost 3.5 minutes now. They're 1 for 5 of their last 5 field goals, whereas on the other hand, Carthage is 5 for 6 of their last 6. The Thunder need to draw something up here, or at least figure something out, make an adjustment. They've played well down low all night against Perry, but they can't allow what they just allowed on the last 2 possessions for the rest of this game.
And Perry, just the definition of efficient in this game, 14 points. That's second for Carthage. He's 7 for 8 from the field. 9 rebounds as well, and pretty much every single one of those shots has been the same little baby hook. He gets it down low, and he's putting it up. Not much you can do about that shot. He's a huge guy, and he's clearly practiced that shot over and over throughout his life, and he's been pretty terrific tonight. One of the main reasons that Carthage has kept it so even in this game, and now only down 4 with the momentum and the press going on right now. This will be exciting.
Cruikshank will get the inbound. Looks like Carthage will just clear out. Best will play defense full court against Cruikshank. Cruikshank having a hard time getting past him, picks up his dribble, gets it off to Spencer. Now Spencer has to go to Anthony. Anthony shoots the 3, but called for the travel beforehand, so a defensive stop there for Carthage. And like you said, you can feel the momentum shifting down as Carthage comes out of the timeout full of energy, providing some tough defense against the Thunder. Cook will dribble it slowly up the court. We're underneath 10 minutes to go. Just about 9 left in this game. Kudrowski up top, rotates it over to Cook. Now it's into Perry once more. Hawkins here to supply some defense. That one no good off the back of the rim. Cruikshank works past Best, and he'll now pull it out. Hawkins trying to get it up to a dome, and he does. Best has just been great on defense for the Carthage team. That time lets a dome go past. Finishes with the right hand. A dome ending the scoreless drought that was over 4 minutes long now for the Thunder. Getting a much needed basket. Kajowski drives to the baseline, meets Hawkins. Now Bulatovic underneath, can't get the layup to go. A dome with the rebound. 2 stops in a row for the Thunder. A dome almost forced out by Best. Now he loses it. And it's tipped out by Cook, so the Thunder will keep possession.
And that press doing a lot just to create a little bit of havoc as the ball is being brought up. It's going to take a little bit longer to get into a nice set here as long as that press continues to be effective.
A dome gets inside and had a wide open lane. He was fouled on the floor, but that's one thing is the Thunder attempt to draw Perry out of the paint. You see Hawkins hanging out up around the 3-point line with Perry not underneath. The Thunder have a lot of space to work down by the basket. Now Johnson checks in to replace Perry.
Yeah, and that's a great point you made, and the best part about it is they're not just wasting Hawkins by having him play out wide. He can hit those 3-pointers, so every time they're doing that, they're really just, being very effective with where they place their players, and that's a great move by Coach Schauer.
There's Hawkins on the 3-point try. That one no good. Cruikshank tries to grab the rebound there, but he fouls Bulatovic. That'll be Cruikshank's first foul. Really no players in foul trouble on either side. There's 3 Carthage players with 2. Alioth and Adome each have 2 for the Thunder. Cook brings it up. It's a 6-point lead for the Thunder, 58-52. Thunder now will be heading into the bonus the next time that Carthage commits a foul. Bulatovic puts it up, and he will be the one that will head to the line now as Spencer gets called for the foul, picks up his second, and Bulatovic, who uncharacteristically went 0 for 2 on his last trip to the line, we'll see what he can do here. That one rims out as well. Seemed to be about halfway down. It comes out. Vegas checks in for Anthony. Anthony leads the Thunder with 17 points thanks to 4 3-pointers. Coach Schauer giving him a breather as we head into the final minutes of this game. Another miss by Bulatovic. Again, he's a 74% shooter on the year, but 0 for 4 in tonight's game. Adom gets past Cook, drives hard at him and gets the layup to go, but a foul was called on the floor beforehand.
Well, it's that move right there. It's just that quick burst of acceleration. That's what makes him unique, and that's what makes it so hard to stop. And right now we're seeing either Adom gets a clean look at the basket or they foul him, and that's a great deal for the Thunder.
Adom gets the first one to go. Once again, the Thunder now in the bonus. 7 fouls committed by the Red Men. Only 3 for the Thunder in this half, and so should things get a little closer, they'll have a couple fouls to give here in these last 7.5 minutes. Johnson checks out and Perry comes in. It's interesting, Don, for a large part of the first half, we saw Johnson and Perry on the floor at the same time. Carthage opting to move away from that strategy and now having them sub in for one another here in this second half.
Yeah, I just think recognizing how Wheaton has exploited the lack of agility up top. They've got such great guards. Vegas, Cruikshank, and Adom both are all 3 of them playing great minutes tonight. And I think it's been a good move. I think it's worked out for them. They know that they can be effective with just one big on the floor because they will have that height advantage no matter what.
Cook working past Vegas, tips it off to Perry, but the Thunder able to disrupt that pass. Cruikshank looking up, but there's Best, who's able to bring that one down. Now Cook coming the other way and blocked, but a foul called. As look at it on the replay. Wow, Hawkins soars in to block that one off the backboard. Looks like Coach Jurkovic is not happy, thinking maybe that should have been a goaltending call. The Thunder, on the other hand, not happy because they don't think it should have been a foul. Although Cook will head to the line.
Yeah, it's difficult from where we are, but you have to imagine if any part of Hawkins' hand grazed the rim on that block, you gotta give that to Carthage. That's a goaltend. But from our point of view, looked like a great block. Of course, foul called, but it certainly got the crowd riled up here in King Arena.
And Hawkins tracking back from all the way almost up to half court. Cook, much smaller, much faster player, took his time getting to the rim. Hawkins busted his way back to the rim and was able to get back there. And while Cook will still get 2 points out of the deal from the free throws, Hawkins there tried to make him work for it. Picks up the 4th team foul of the second half for the Thunder. Alioth a screen. There's a dome blocked by Best on his shot. They'll push up to Kudrowski. Pull up 3 off the rim, and now a foul down on the floor. Looked like Hawkins will get called for back-to-back fouls here as he just kind of pushes Bulatovic off the block.
Yeah, and how about TJ Best out there playing some great minutes tonight. He only averages 12 on the season, but he's had to defend the likes of Adom and Cruikshank, and he's done a pretty good job. He's made some pretty good defensive stops. He's got 14 minutes tonight, and overall he's used his minutes well.
There he is, streaking into the basket. Can't finish on the layup. Now Cook misses one of his own. Ball bouncing. That one actually went off Best's head, but it kicks back out to Kudrowski, and it hangs on the rim, finally dropping in for the 3-pointer. Rattled once or twice and then fell in to bring this lead down to 3. Anthony on the wing. Kudrowski now up to 22. Alioth, he's been given plenty of space by Perry. Alioth now up at the free throw line, feeds a pass inside, and there's a block, but a foul underneath.
And great vision there. What a pass. Anthony, of course, going to go up with it immediately. Gets caught from behind, but it all started with Alioth.
And that'll be the 8th foul on Carthage. As you see the referees conversing here. It'll be 2 shots for Anthony. Anthony 3 for 3 on the night from the line. The first time he was there was off of a three-point shot on which he was fouled. He headed to the line, knocks down all three. He's now 4 for 4 with his 5th on the way. That one is a little long, tipped out by Alioth, but Kudrowski's there for the rebound. It's 4 points. That separates these two teams. Wheaton 61, Carthage 57. Kudrowski up top to Bulatovic. Drives in with the left hand. Has to be stopped by Spencer. Gets it back out to Kudrowski, who's guarded by a dome. Bulatovic sets the screen. Alioth there. And a great finish over top of Alioth by Bulatovic. The lead is down to just 2. Cruikshank spins past Best, gets inside, loses the handle, and is forced to bring it back out. Out now to Alioth, who hands off to Adome. Adome works inside, and there, it's a jump ball. Cook ties up Adome on the shot, and the ball goes back to Carthage.
Yeah, good hands, and we've seen a lot of that from Cook in this game, but he's really come alive defensively, and the entire Carthage backcourt on that press, just doing a great job to hold up play. Just bothering Cruikshank and Adome, and it's worked so far.
Once again, Carthage on another strong run. They're on a 7-1 run in the last 2 minutes and 12 seconds. The Thunder just 1 for 8 on their last 8 field goals. The outside shooting that has served them so well throughout this game has faded in the last couple minutes as they have missed their last 3 3-pointers in a row. They're currently sitting at 10 for 25 on the night. Still a very good 40%. But they haven't gotten their last couple to fall as they would have liked. 61-59 as we head into these last 5 minutes of the contest. 8 fouls for Carthage, so as they commit 2 more, it will send Wheaton into the double bonus. Wheaton sits at 5 fouls committed, and so 2 more fouls for them will then put Carthage in the bonus. Important things to look at as we head into the waning minutes of this game.
And Carthage now has moved into the lead for rebounds, 34-31. So finally using that size to their advantage. 32 points in the paint, 32 of their 59. And Wheaton only with 18, so it's clear to see where the trouble is coming from. 2-point lead here. And Carthage looking very eager to take over this game.
Cook over to Best. Best inside now to Kudrowski. Puts up a floater, and just like that, ties things up for Carthage. Best still hounding Cruikshank. Full court, gets it off to Anthony. Anthony up top to Cruikshank. Now over to Alioth. Alioth out to Anthony. A lot of movement from the Thunder. Cruikshank gets to the elbow, has to kick it out. 6 seconds left on the clock. Anthony rounds the corner, gets inside, puts up the layup. No good. 1 second left on the shot clock, and a whistle here as a foul's committed. Looks like it's on Perry. Let's see, as there's a little confusion. Looks like it was not on any shot, so as Anthony came in for the layup, the referee here has to correct his partner here. Instead, it'll be Alioth at the line, and he'll be shooting 1-1. This is the final 1-1 foul of the night for the Thunder. Alioth hits that one and gives the Thunder a 1-point lead. He'll have a second on the way. Two free throws good for Cade Alioth. Gives him 12 points on the night to go along with his 8 rebounds. Moving into double-double territory as there's 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in this game. Kudrowski, who has all but taken over for this Carthage team, has 24. He's guarded by Cruikshank. The switch now to Spencer. Bulatovic wide open for the 3, and a late arriving Alioth gets him on the foul. It looked like Bulatovic was going to have no problem getting that 3-pointer off, but Alioth closed the distance remarkably fast, and a little too fast as he came in hard, fouling Bulatovic. giving him 3 shots, costly at this point in the game. Bulatovic short on the first. Makes him 0 for 5 on the night. He's got 2 more coming. And there he gets his first to go of the night. He's 1 for 6 now. He's leading this team 36 minutes played, and with 4 minutes left, that means he's yet to sub out through this entire game. So fatigue surely probably setting in here towards the ending minutes of this one. Perry checks out. Johnson comes in. And he gets the third and final free throw to go. It's 63-63. Cruikshank gets it over to Adome, and Adome will not be met at the full court by Cook. Uses the screen from Hawkins to switch to Johnson. Cruikshank up top with 15 left on the clock. Adome guarded by Johnson. Works hesitation move to his left, gets inside, and we see that same move from Adome as he works his way past his defender, putting it up on the left-hand side of the hoop, but using the right hand to really just close down the ability of Johnson to get the block.
Yeah, it's that move really that sells Johnson. Getting it over to the right-hand side, Johnson's got to decide, do I commit and maybe foul him, or do I try and get the block? Great move from Adome. And now pushing Wheaton back into the lead. And under 4 minutes to go, Abram, this is really where the heroes emerge from both of these sides. We've seen a couple of big shot takers tonight. Of course, Kudrowski for Carthage leading all scorers with 24 points. Wheaton is a little bit more spread out. We've got 18 from Luke Anthony, 16 from Adome, and 12 from Cruikshank and Alioth apiece. So a lot of scoring going around. It'll be interesting to see who these teams go to.
I think Kudrowski certainly going to be the main option for this Carthage team. Let's see the ball in his hands during a lot of these final 4 minutes. But anytime that Perry and Johnson are on the floor, they're dangerous and have to be priority number 1 for the Thunder. They have to be sure to keep them off the glass, because I'm sure they'd rather allow a Kudrowski three-pointer or drive than they would allow a Johnson or a Perry offensive rebound and easy putback. Cook will once again bring it up. Cruikshank guards him. Cook gets inside, blocked by Hawkins at the rim, but there was a foul on the floor beforehand. Cruikshank got him as he drove past. And now it'll be Carthage in the bonus. Cook heads to the line for a 1-and-1. Cook knocks down the first free throw with ease. He's 73% on the year. 27 for 37. Misses the second. So the Thunder still lead by 1 with 3:39. Adome getting a screen from Hawkins. Once again switches over. Now Johnson guarding Adome. Cruikshank guarded by Best, who's stayed in this game. Double move by Adome. Gets him inside and scooping with the left hand. Another layup good. Best gets Hawkins to fly by. He gets inside. No good. Johnson on the putback is fouled.
Yeah, just like you said, they've got to lock up whoever is on the floor between Johnson and Perry, or else that's going to happen. And you can just see on your screen there, Johnson clearly taller than every other player on the court. He's going to get those rebounds. They're going to come to him. And like you said, unless they lock him up, that's going to keep happening.
Johnson, good on the first free throw, gets a second one on the way. And he's 2 for 2 on the night. Although it's been Perry who's led in the scoring and rebounding columns, Johnson certainly still something to worry about here on the floor in these last couple minutes. Adome gets past him, puts up another layup, and gets another one to go as Adome is really working here. Anytime Johnson switches onto him, and that's a matchup that the Thunder have to continue to exploit. Johnson gets inside now, and he's fouled once again. We'll see if they get Hawkins or Spencer on the foul there.
Yeah, and on that possession, Johnson flying over with the screen and then backing away. Really great play, but it looks like they might be trying to do the same thing that Adome is doing at the other end, because if Johnson gets switched onto Adome, I mean, that's, what, 8 or 9 inches of height? So right now we're seeing a lot of screens, we're seeing a lot of switches, but still tight.
Johnson misses the second free throw. 69-67, Thunder lead with 2:40. Cook able to deflect the pass. Cruikshank gets it back and then gets it to and Cruikshank gets the quick pass back from Spencer and puts it up and in. Cruikshank, who's been really pent up all night by TJ Best and others, including Krishawn Cook, is able to work free there and get an important bucket for the Thunder. As now we see Adome moved into first on the scoring list for his team. Niamey has 20 on the night. He passes up Luke Anthony, who has 18. Cruikshank has 14, and Alioth has 12. Hawkins 5, Spencer 2 round out the scorers for the Thunder. Over on the other side, it's Kudrowski with 24, Perry with 14, Bulatovic with 13, Johnson has 7, Cook has 6, and Lakita, who we saw briefly in that second part of the first half, has a single three-pointer to round out his team. Both teams will be in the double bonus as they head into these last 2.5 minutes. 71-67, so one of the larger leads that the Thunder have held in these last 2 minutes, where things have gone back and forth. Carthage has led only twice in this game. The Thunder leading for the majority of the time here, but Carthage has showed strength in this late run. Kudrowski, the screen from Johnson. Crosses over, spins inside, puts up a floater, it's short. Johnson tips it out to Cook, offensive rebound. Cook underneath, reverse layup is no good. And now Cruikshank looks to push it up. Cook is coming behind him, and Cruikshank swarmed by 3 players. Now there's a foul. We'll see if that's on Cruikshank. Looks like it is, as Cruikshank was just fighting for the ball back after Cook had taken it away, but rather than a jump ball, the referees say that Cruikshank committed a foul, and so Cook will head to the line for 2.
Yeah, unlucky there for Cruikshank, as Cook went up for that. Took a little bit of a fall and got back a little bit more slowly, but then he came up right as Cruikshank was turned around, and suddenly just surrounded by 3 players. But a good turnover for Cook, as he's now back at the line, and really he's been one of the more explosive players late in the game. Kudrowski, of course, has been as lethal as ever, but it's been Cook, I think, leading a lot of the charge in these last minutes.
He's provided a lot of energy, Don, here in these last couple minutes. You're exactly right, as he misses the second free throw, a 3-point lead for the Thunder. Best has switched on to Adome. Hawkins waiting up top to set a screen. Now Cook is on Cruikshank. Cruikshank works his way back, but blocked by Cook at the rim. Kudrowski passes off to Bulatovic, who works inside. Spencer there providing the defense, and Cruikshank able to come down with the rebound. He'll hold on to it here with 1:25 to go. Adome brings it up. 20 left on the shot clock. And again, we see Hawkins waiting at the top of the key. He's ready to set a screen, and he will. It's a double team now. Anthony able to get it, pulls up the three-pointer, no good. Johnson had the rebound, but then Cruikshank tipped it away. Spencer comes diving in, but doesn't save it, but that turns out well for the Thunder, as the referee says that it was last touched by Carthage. I think that surprised everyone, and Coach Jurakovic for Carthage especially surprised, as that ball was bouncing out of bounds. No one on the Carthage side made an effort to go after it. Spencer made a late dive to save it, but again, he didn't touch it, which allows the Thunder to keep possession and get a fresh 20 on the shot clock.
And if you're Carthage, that's one of those plays you just want back. Whether it's a defensive breakdown or an easy three, there's always that one play late game you look back and say, we could have done better there. And right there, not chasing after that ball. I mean, I'm just as surprised as you. I thought that was going to be Carthage's ball, but Wheaton with another possession here, a chance to take as many as 30 seconds off this shot clock, already up 3.
And now as we look to head out of this timeout, which was called by Carthage, now Wheaton taking a little extra time to come out. Now we see Coach Schauer talking to the referee there. He's not yet released his team, so whatever he's asking about, I think, will have an effect on what he tells his team here. He's trying to draw something up as we're going to see a substitution now. Alioth coming to check in. And now Wheaton will call a timeout as Coach Schauer wanting some extra time to talk to his team here. You can see he had the whiteboard out drawing up some sort of play here. I'll be interested to see. We know that Carthage can bring out a multitude of defensive looks. We've seen a full court press, we've seen half court man, we've seen a 2-3 zone. So they've been in man full court recently. We'll see if that switches up during this last minute or if they'll stick with it. They've had some success in causing turnovers. Looks like they're trying to match up here as the Thunder are set to inbound. Adome gets the inbound, guarded by Best. Again, there's 20 seconds on the shot clock. Anthony into the corner. Comes inside to Spencer. Spencer working against Cook, loses the ball, and Cook takes it away. Kadrowski down low, gets it up to Bulatovic. He misses the layup. Cook comes in, trying to get a putback dunk. Paul Glassie, who's come in, will fire off a 3. Cook blocked underneath by Alioth. The shot clock is still running. The Thunder get on top of it, and Carthage will tie it up, but it'll be Thunder ball. And what a crazy 30 seconds that was, as the Thunder will retain possession. There's 29.7 on the shot clock. 29.7 on the game clock, which means the shot clock will be turned off. We see Cade Alioth now getting up and limping his way off the court. He comes off under his own power, but he certainly is favoring that right ankle. As he's up gingerly, he seems to be walking even better now as he gets off the court. He's replaced by Vegas, so the Thunder give up a little size here, but with only 30 seconds left, they're going to want to take as much time off the clock as they can. Up to Cruikshank, who dribbles into the corner. Up now to Spencer. Spencer will hold it, and instead Carthage gets a jump ball, which is really unfortunate for the Thunder. Spencer just stood there waiting to be fouled, and instead of coming to foul, Carthage makes the heads-up play and decides instead to tie the ball up. So now there's 15 seconds left on the clock. Carthage trails by 3. Over to Paul Glassie. Guarded by Vegas. 6 seconds. Gets it off to Cook, and a timeout called here by Carthage. Coach Jurkovic wanting to draw something up for the final 5 seconds here. You see Coach Schauer talking there with his assistants, and they will know that Carthage needs to come out and try to get a 3-pointer here.
Yeah, and right there, Carthage, and particularly Poglassi in particular, taking a little bit of time. They had 15 seconds coming up, and yeah, they're down 3, but you want to see if you can get a good look going on early, and then if you miss, you have chances to keep going. But right now, 5.3 seconds left. There's not going to be much time to get anything other than a potential buzzer-beating tying 3. But of course, we have seen that this Carthage team has been able to shoot 5 for 14 on the night from behind the arc. Surprisingly, that has converged with Wheaton's own 38%, something we did not expect at the end of that first half. But Right now, Carthage, they're going to put their best shooters on the floor, and they have enough time to get a good shot off.
Kudrowski would probably be the obvious choice here. He's got 2 3-pointers on the night. He leads the team. However, Bulatovic has 1 as well. And now we see things get started a little too early here. And the clock will be reset and the ball will be handed back in. Kudrowski gets it. Guarded by Adome. Adome supplying the defense. Does not foul. Kudrowski puts it up. It's off the rim and no good. The Thunder hang on to win 71-68 here against the Carthage Redmen and get this important CCIW victory.
And overall, just what an exciting game. A game that came down to the wire. A nail-biting finish, and Kudrowski, 24 points on the night, could not come up with the final 3-pointer that would have tied it here at King Arena. So Wheaton will get the victory here, 71-68. They will move to 4-1 in the conference, and that will tie them with Elmhurst. And now we'll throw it down onto the court for an interview.
Coach, congratulations on the win. Your team able to stave off this charge from Carthage at the end of this game. You led earlier on. They were able to close out the gap, but your team stayed strong and held on to win this one. How do you feel about their performance throughout the night?
Yeah, I loved our team's effort. You know, we hadn't played in 9 days, and the last one we played was so disappointing, not in terms of our play. It was a great college basketball game, but we were just disappointed that we didn't figure out a way to win it. So you have a whole week off because of the bye, and then the weather situation, and you know, because of the institutional policy, which I'm supportive of, we don't do anything yesterday, so the game moves to tonight, and it's, you know, there were a lot of reasons to be a little anxious. And listen, the biggest thing about tonight, our league is going to be this every night. The gap between the best teams and the worst teams and the middle teams just isn't very much. But really proud of our guys because it's been a long time since we won. The biggest thing, though, is the last 2 practices, the Friday night before we were supposed to play Saturday, and then the Saturday that we practiced that we thought we were going to play. We started to look like the team that had played before break. And so I'm hoping to get that team back. We fought really hard tonight. And we're a pretty versatile team, right? When you zone us, Tyson and Luke Anthony and some of those guys are going to be really good. But you play man-to-man, and then we go to Yay. So we can kind of ham and egg you a little bit. Good to get a win. It's a tough week. You know, we'll enjoy this and start worrying about another team that's really large again.
Yeah, thanks, Coach. And as you said, no, that's all right. As you said, a team that had more size on you tonight, starting 2 6'11" players. They began the first half with kind of 2 on the floor at the same time. In the second half, they more switched to bringing 1 on, 1 off. How did you feel about your team being able to match up at that disadvantage? Guys like Cade Alia stepping up. Your team actually tied in rebounds, 39-39.
Yeah, I mean, we're actually a pretty good rebounding team. The interesting thing is we're a tough team to zone because we put a lot of good shooters on the floor. They're fighting some, you know, they had an injury, I think, at halftime. They got another young man that isn't here. It's a good win for us, but they were playing down some guys. This is a really, really good Carthage team. So just pleased to get the win, and, you know, we'll try to enjoy it and see if we can win Wednesday.
Thanks, Coach. Congrats. Once again, the Thunder getting the win here tonight, 71-68 over Carthage in this tight CCIW matchup. We'll see them again on Wednesday night in action. Until then, thanks for joining us on the Wheaton Thunder Sports Network. For Don Crowder and everyone here at WTSN, I'm Abram Erickson. Thank you, and have a great night.